When I was 16, I fell in love with a beautiful girl. Whenever I would see her, my heart would beat fast, my mind would swim, and my jeans would get a little tight. I talked to Robin on the phone every day for 3 years. I did not know her father was an alcoholic. I did not know that she felt so embarrassed about what went on in her home that she would never bring a friend over to the house when her father was home. In 1972, when I turned 18, I had a low draft number. I ended up in the military and found myself being sent to Germany. Robin and I lost contact with each other. Like many children of alcoholics, she married someone who turned out to be an alcoholic, someone who became abusive towards her. It's a repetitive pattern, and it happens a lot. Even though Robin was married, I still kept in contact with her mother. After I got out of the military, I went to college and then applied to medical school. On the day I was accepted to medical school, I called Robin's mother to share my good news. Her mother said, "Guess what? Robin's home." Robin had decided she'd had enough of being abused. At that moment, I knew I was going to marry her. My own neurotic stuff, I'm sure. The power of first love is tremendous. I had carried in my memory all of the wonderful things about our relationship, and I forgot the fights we used to have over nothing. The day we got married was a very happy day for me. Then my life went from relative calm, even being a second-year medical student at the time, to chaos. After we got married, it seemed like every Friday night we would fight. It didn't matter what we fought about. Later, when we were in therapy, I learned that Friday nights were times of tremendous turmoil at home for her. Mind you, my family was not perfect. I grew up in a Lebanese Catholic family. My father was the boss, the king, and always at work. My mother was very subservient, but she was really the boss. She managed the house and the 7 children. I have 5 sisters and a brother. Their relationship seemed to work, even though I never thought that was a wonderful way to operate. I thought that the power in the family should be much more evenly divided. In my unconscious mind, however, I had the idea that the dad should be the boss and that he shouldn't do much around the house, but that wasn't my wife's idea at all. Her idea, unconsciously, was that husbands abuse wives, and she was totally sick of the abuse. Anything that I might say or do that remotely suggested that I should take control of a situation would totally flip her out. When we were married, Robin had a 2-year-old son whom I adopted at age 4. As we would continue our repetitive fighting and arguing, all of the ADD symptoms were there, yet we never knew about ADD. The disorganization, the impulsivity, the moodiness that often goes along with being the adult child of an alcoholic, the rages, the distractibility, all of these symptoms were there. I remember that I would try to have a conversation with my wife, and she would tell me to keep quiet until she had completely made her point, because otherwise she would forget what she was going to say. I would often feel like a hostage. I wondered to myself how we were going to have an interaction if I couldn't say anything. One of the things I have learned about children of alcoholics is that they have that tendency to get stuck on things, getting the same thought in their head over and over and over and over. I am a little embarrassed to tell you this, but I remember watching the Pittsburgh Steelers play the Los Angeles Rams on a Monday night about a year after we were married. During the commercial break, a woman in a yellow bikini appeared on the screen. I remember this like it was yesterday. I said, "Oh, that's nice," to the television. Robin didn't talk to me for 3 weeks. She thought the comment meant that I was being unfaithful to her in my head. I think part of the reason I became a psychiatrist was to help myself understand why my life had turned crazy. Robin went to see Stanley Wallace, the chairman of psychiatry at my medical school, who was a wonderful psychiatrist. He helped her work on some of the ACOA issues, which he didn't label as such at the time, and it helped. However, like many doctors in training, we were transferred to Washington, D.C. In Washington, Robin went through a period of time when she was very depressed. My training director gave us the name of a psychoanalyst who had her lying on the couch a couple of times a week.